I'm going to have to admit that I was wrong about something now. Wrong about what? A few years ago, when game subscription services first came about, I had a little bit of a debate with one of my buddies about how it's basically a con and a bit of a waste of money, and that they essentially just want you to forget about the subscription so that it'll just be a running cost month after month after month, running up your bill without you realising, because it's just enough for you to not realise. That was my argument. My opinion on that hasn't really changed that much, but the reason I have to say that I was wrong is because nowadays, at least, these subscription services are way better than what they were back then. When the Xbox Game Pass first released, they had an offer that was like £1 a month for 3 months, where you'd get the whole game library that they had on there, which wasn't the best, but it was pretty big. But when you look at the fact that if you wanted to play one of these games and play it a lot, it would be a lot cheaper to just buy the game. The reason I can now admit that I was somewhat wrong is because I now don't play games for as long a period, and if a game is way too long, I just can't play it. So having a Game Pass subscription really helps in like checking games out for 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, instead of having to buy the games outright to then maybe never touch them again, like I do on Steam. I'll buy a game, I could play it just over 2 hours, and now I can't get a refund, because that's the way the Steam refund policy is. It's a better policy than most things, really. You still get the chance to try it out, but you may play it for 2 hours or longer, and then you can't refund after that. Some circumstances you can. But why is it better now? Because Game Pass, and from my knowledge now, Ubisoft, which I'm not the biggest fan of, I'm not going to lie, they've flopped a little bit in recent years, in my opinion. I don't really play their games too much anymore. I can't remember the last time I played an Assassin's Creed other than like Brotherhood or I don't know. I tried Origins and I couldn't play it. I tried Valhalla and I couldn't play it because it was too big. But besides that, the Game Pass subscription, the reason it's good is because they now release brand new games day one. So you don't even have to pay for these subscriptions monthly. I don't do that. Until I was looking last night and I saw Assassin's Creed Shadows was on the Ubisoft Plus subscription. Instead of having to bust out £60 to £70 to play an Assassin's Creed that I might not like again, I can instead pay £15 the day that it comes out for Ubisoft Plus, and if I enjoy it, beat it in 1 month, and boom, I've only spent £15 on a brand new game that, if I enjoy it, I probably wouldn't play it again anyway until years down the line when it's cheaper to buy anyway. So this is why I can say I was wrong about Game Pass subscriptions. And Xbox Game Pass, as much as it's kind of pointless to buy one of the consoles nowadays, considering you can get everything on a PC on the Xbox, so it's kind of pointless. But an Xbox Game Pass subscription, on the other hand, it just beats everything by a square mile. Or I don't think that's the saying, but it does. It just outpaces everything. I don't think PlayStation really has a kind of Game Pass subscription other than like PS Plus, where you get a free game here and there, kind of like how Games with Gold was years back. But the fact that you can play a bunch of Microsoft release games, or whoever wants to be a part of it, on day one for just paying for the subscription pass, I can now admit that I was wrong. It's worth it now, but I still wouldn't say it's worth paying month after month after month, because at the end of the day, if you're not playing these games enough, this is just a little reminder: stop paying for the subscription if you don't play them enough. The only other thing is that's a good thing about Game Pass in essence is it includes your Games with Gold, which PC you don't have to pay for online servers and subscriptions to be able to play online, but PlayStation and Xbox you've kind of always had to. So it's good in that sense that you can get Xbox Live and the Game Pass in one subscription. You can get a cheaper one, a dearer one, whatever, but just a friendly reminder that if you don't play online all that much, just maybe cancel the subscription and buy it when a new game comes out that you want to try or that you want to play. I can admit that I was wrong, because when Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out, I will pay for Ubisoft Plus £15, play the game in probably a week, and not have to spend the £60, £70 that you would if you were going to buy it. If I can play a brand new game for that cost, I'm going to. I ain't playing that again for a best part of a year unless somehow it hooks me in. If it hooks me in, then I'll take that £15 on the chin and buy it. But it's not going to happen. I can play it once, probably like 100% it or something, but for £15 instead of full price. Yeah, so I just wanted to mention it because it was on my mind that I was wrong about this way back, and it's just improved so much. I know a lot of people give it grief, like these subscription-y services, because there's way too many now, like obviously Netflix, all this, that, the other. There's so many. And then you add the Game Pass subscriptions on top of it. There's a lot. But if you use it to your advantage in the sense that you want a brand new game, instead of paying the full price, I just wanted to speak about it a little bit because as much as Ubisoft is not the best nowadays, that subscription of getting the day one stuff, just like the Game Pass, pretty nice. See ya.